afternoon. How are you today? Good. Me, I'm not bad. I'm alright, I can't complain. Something a little different today. So no hill climbing today. It's very, very misty and murky, and whilst it's not raining, this mist and murk is so low, it's actually like walking through rain. The other thing is my foot's playing up a bit, which is hardly surprising. So something a little different, just for a change. Out and about down Glen Fyne this afternoon, just for a short wander. Not enough to create any more problems for my foot, but enough to get me out and about. And I'm out and about this afternoon with the tent box on the car, because the plan is to try find somewhere to spend the evening and just have a chat about a few things. Everything's okay in the world. It's just one of those really quiet afternoons. Have a few beers. I've got a couple of new things that I've acquired that we can have a chat about. I've got a torch and I've got some lovely new headphones. In fact, talking of which, there's not a great deal going on, so we might as well pop them on and listen to a bit of music, I think. Right, let's put a bit of music on. Now these earphones are Lytmi, and they're very compact, and they've got one of these little charging boxes and all that kind of stuff. The beauty of these is they don't go in your ear, but nor are they bone conducting either. So you don't have that pain of having, you know, bud stuck in your lug holes. And the beauty of it is that you can still hear your surroundings and what's going on. So I can walk down here listening to some music. You can't hear it as well, which is quite spooky, because more often than not when you have music going, somebody outside you can usually hear it. And I can hear, like, you know, if a van or anything comes up behind me or something like that, or a cow charges me or something like that, which is obviously not going to happen, but it could. But these are fantastic. The other thing about them as well is they're very light. I think they're only about 7 grams each. And these things have got like an alloy shell on them. They're very light, very comfortable. There's a couple of things I really think are absolutely brilliant. Number one is the lightness of them, to say they're built so well. The second is the sound quality. Now, I'm used to having things shoved in my lug holes because I don't hear so fantastically well. And for these actually things not sitting in my ears, the sound quality is quite brilliant, and I'm very impressed with them. I've had these probably a month now, and I've been trying them on recent trails, and they've been very comfortable. They connect very quickly, and I think the longest I've had them before they've run out of batteries around about 6 hours. But with the charging case, that can be extended to something like 30 hours playtime or something like that. So there's no problem with them recharging, and they're quick to recharge as well. I think within an hour you've got well more than 50%, so you're good to go again. And it gives you an opportunity to stop and listen to the bird song, doesn't it? As with a lot of these earphones these days, they're touch sensitive, so you can control volume up, volume down. You can fast forward the next song, reverse the previous song, or whatever you're listening to podcasts. And you can also take calls, and that's quite good. I actually wear hearing aids, and they're quite expensive, but they're not waterproof, whereas these are. So when I'm out hiking, I don't wear my hearing aids because obviously I don't want to damage them and get them wet. So it's nice to wear something like this, and if I ever do get a call or something like that, I can still hear them over these things, and with one touch of a button I'm connected, if there is a connection, that is. But so far so good. I'm really enjoying them. Unfortunately, the one thing that they can't do is improve the weather, but whilst it's like this, they're perfect. I'll put all the information down in the description below. I think they're fantastic, and I'm not just saying that, I am actually going to continue to wear them. I think they've been really comfortable, and as I've said, the sound quality, that's the most important thing, and they're waterproof, and I can take calls on them, and I can listen to the music and everything I want. It's perfect. Highly recommended by me. Well, this is Glen Fyne, and the last time I was down here was 3-4 years ago maybe, and this is either the inward or the outward route, depending on which route you take, to one of the Arrochar Alps, Ben Vui, which is an outlier of the Arrochar Alps. And to date, I think of all certainly my Scottish climbs, it's been my favourite yet. And I'll put a link to it at the end of the video. It was a day not unlike today actually, not quite as wet, but there was nothing to promise. It was one of those I'd made my mind up I was going to do. And well, let's just say it turned out far better than I expected. But follow the link at the end of the video if you want to watch it. It's a good one. Now this road is okay. I mean, the last time I was here there was tons of deer. I mean, there was hundreds of them. But there's something at the end of this which I'm quite interested in having a look at. And the last time I was here, when I went to visit this hill, I went past it at 5 o'clock in the morning, so access was difficult. But all things being equal, we could be in luck today. Well, not exactly hundreds of them this time, but I've just woke these chaps up. If ever there was a Scottish scene, this is it. Highland coos on a copper coloured Scottish hillside surrounded by Scotch mist. A lovely scene. There's a reason why there's hundreds and hundreds of deer there. It's because it's a deer farm. Anyway, not too far now from the end of my stravaiging today, and well, let's keep us fingers crossed that there's some reward at the end of this little circular.
It has, yeah. I mean, it's quite busy up until a few weeks back. Once we get to the end, that's it.
Do you remain open there?
Oh yeah, very good. It's still wasn't fun. That was classic cheese. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Fantastic up there, I love it there. Cheers. It's been a few, I've had a few. And I've got to the stage where I just don't know which ones to choose. There are so many. What about a bit of workbench? That looks quite nice, doesn't it? Avalanche, that's a good one as well. I think I might have tried that this evening. And there's all these fancy ones as well. There's so many, they're absolutely fantastic. I'm certainly not going to leave empty-handed. Easy Trail, that's the one that's been going down in the last couple of minutes or hour. Fantastic stuff. I need to choose one or two. I'm not 100% certain, but I think there's one or two things that's for certain, for sure, that this place has been absolutely brilliant. Roy behind the bar has been absolutely amazing, and it's been great to meet up with a couple of the locals. And well, I am local, aren't I, in many respects. Anyway, it's getting on to 5:30 now, so close to closing time. So I need to think about taking a couple back to the tent. Which would you choose? Hi, I'm walking back towards my car now, and I've chose the drink I'm going to take back. Good news, the tent is set up, so that's fine. I don't know what you can actually see, but everything's good. Anyway, I came away, as you can imagine, with a keepsake from my visit. Oh, this is my box opening beer knife. Marvellous, look at that. Look at that. Hey? Right, well, good evening. Having walked back and put up the box on the tent and everything. No, put up the tent on the car. Not too far from where we are. It's 6:30. So what an absolutely fantastic afternoon that was. Having had a few beers with Roy and the locals, I ducked into my box, which is in the boot of my car. I bought 12 bottles. It's a complete, it's like real ale roulette. What I did was I pulled out Avalanche. Now I didn't have any Avalanche in the bar because it's a little bit too strong for me. So I'm glad that I've plucked it out now. And this is, it's a thirst quenching pale ale apparently. And it's one of the best, it's 4.5%. I've had it in my local pub, it's ace. So I'm glad to get back to my tent box tonight, and we're going to do this now. So I've had about half a dozen or so back there. We're currently settled inside the tent box. Everything's in a good place. Cheers. I've got this head torch to show you. So I need to talk to you about this head torch because I'm doing a little bit more climbing, and it's in winter, and I needed a new head torch, something that was going to give me a proper throw and light the way. On my recent trips to Ben Law's, I've got this one with me. I've still got it. Got me like little sort of like I can't remember what it's called. It's a night core. I've had this night core for I don't know how many years, and I've got a second night core, and they're great. But I've only got much of like something like 350 lumens, which is ace, it kind of meets me needs, particularly around the tent and all that kind of stuff. But when you're walking for a couple of hours in the dark and you need something that's going to light the way ahead, I needed something a bit better, so I reached out to my friends, the no name dropping or anything like that, but it might have been Scotland's mountains, and it was talking to him and Ray, and they were on about head torches. They both had exactly the same head torch, so I thought, hang on a minute, I need to be buying myself one of these. So I contacted Murray, and so I contacted Murray and I said, that head torch you were wearing, and you and Ray seemed to be agreed that it was the best kind of head torch going, would you recommend it? And Murray came back and goes, definitely. So I bought myself one and I've got it. So I've used it on my way back from Glen Fyne Brewery tonight, and it seems to be marvellous. I've yet to use it in anger, but that's it. It's ace, isn't it? As recommended by the goats, Raymondo and Murray. Well, I think we are in a good place. We've got some like noodle doodles in there. We've got some savoury chicken rice in there. We've got some pepperoni in there. Everything that you need to prepare yourself for a night. In a tent on the beer. What do you say? Marvellous. Cheers. Right. Ooh. Got life of its own. So this little cheeky number is Vital Spark, and we've got a 4.4. It's a farm brewery. It's a rich dark ale. Oh, cool. So we're moving away from the blondes and the pale ales to something a little bit dark and naughty. Cheers. Oof. Very naughty.
From Paddy. Met him once and he's such a genuinely lovely bloke with a warm sense of humour. That's what I'm getting. I've never met Paddy. We hadn't spoken until we spoke 2 days ago. And a massive thank you to the Hunter Foundation. That's Stella and Aaron, who are in some incredible audio options I was going to chat about.
So what do you think of that then? A small loop round in muggy weather and all that kind of stuff, just chilling out. getting the steps in without going high. There's no point going high because the weather was meh. And at the end of it, you got this fantastic brewery with Fyne Ales. What a great pub that was. Great service, great ales. And as the night went on, many people came in and they were all very chatty, they were all local. And it was just fantastic. I really enjoyed it. And then I wandered down the road with a little keepsake from the brewery. And here I am back in my tent box, living the life, I don't mind telling you. So whilst the foot won't hold up to doing mountain hikes at the moment because it's complaining, bad foot, I can still get out of my tent box. I can still enjoy a couple of miles around a good loop and have a few beers and chill out at the end of it. For now, I'm going to go to sleep now because it's all getting very messy, and well, we'll pick up in the morning. Thanks for watching so far. Bye for the new.
Maybe one too many. Only one. My gum, I'm glad I stopped when I did. That's all I can say. Good morning. Well, I'm up and about, and not a bad night's sleep, to be honest. It was a noisy road, but it was only the loudest of wagons, and I think one very noisy motorbike that woke me up. But anyway, I'm about done. I've got everything emptied in there, so I'm going to pack up now, and with that we'll have a steady drive home, I think. And well, it was a little bit something different, wasn't it? This is what happens when you do a tent box tour and stop close to a brewery. I think what I'll do is I'll go home and research to see if I can find another. No whiskey, just beer. Right, well, if you've enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next time. Bye for the new.